Guys, do me a favor and please watch, like, and comment on my recent video on the Daily Danny because like that has the lowest view I've ever gotten on creating a video and I'm so desperate and disappointed in myself. Hey guys, what is up? This is Danny. Welcome back to another video and today I'm back with another book review. But in this book review I'm going to be speaking English because I feel more comfortable on speaking English. But don't worry, I'll be putting subtitles, Indonesian subtitles for all of you Indonesian readers because I am going to be reviewing an Indonesian translated version. And this was also sent to me by the Spring publisher team. Thank you so much Penerbit Spring for sending me this copy for a review. Oh, and before I start this video, please subscribe to this channel because I'm gonna be posting an interview I did with Jessica Khoury, the author of The Forbidden Wish, and she was such a sweetheart. So stay tuned for that like next week or the next few days. Disclaimer, this is gonna be a spoiler-free review, so if you have not read the book, you can definitely stay. And I'm so sorry for the long ass intro and let's just get into the review. So The Forbidden Wish is about a girl named Zara who is a genie in a bottle. Duh. So it is basically the retelling of Aladdin. As we all know, the typical fairy tale Aladdin story. It is set in this beautiful fantasy world and one day Aladdin encounters this genie bottle. Zara becomes his genie and grants him 3 wishes. Okay, honestly I'm just gonna stop here because I suck at making synopsis. So if you guys want to know like the premise or the synopsis, I will put the Goodreads link in the below so you can read the synopsis because I'm just horrible when it comes to synopsizing novels. So on to my thoughts. So I'm gonna start off with all the things that I really liked about this book, and one of them was the characters, which I really love. Zara and Aladdin, who are the main characters of the book. Aladdin is such the typical male, as you can tell, the handsome bad boy, I guess. Not bad boy, but like he's a thief in this novel, exactly like in the fairy tale. And Zara is just such a badass genie lady that I really enjoy reading her. And between those characters, I like their sarcastic moments because they both are very snarky and sassy in their own way. And they had an amazing, strong character development throughout this whole novel. That I really respect because in a novel, I really love to see characters develop. But the way Jessica Khoury built this world, so obviously in a fantasy book, you need a great world building or not you'll get confused because it's fantasy and it's a high fantasy, I would say. And it's very wide aspect because it doesn't only include humans, they're also including genies and like satans and other mystical beings. Although I have to say I read this book quite slow, like I read it in like a week or two, but it is a short book though. It's a short 400-page book and I read it for like 2 weeks because like I said, I'm not familiar in Indonesian novels. I mean, I can read them, but it'll just take me more time because I need to understand what's going on and my brain processes slower when it comes to Indonesian words because I'm not that familiar with. But nonetheless, it's really good. Just a tip from me personally, if you get bored reading the first page until like 100 or 200, keep going. It starts to get awesome and so serious from 250 I believe until the end, because at the end, I'm not gonna spoil you guys, but at the end there's this epic battle and there's this satisfying ending, and I just really recommend you guys to just keep going. This book is also categorized as a fantasy romance because the romance aspect of this book is very strong and I can absolutely see it. I know some of my friends like Hannah, she didn't really believe or bought the romance, but personally I believe the romance. And coming from a guy who's not a big fan of romance contemporary novels, this is not a contemporary, but the romance was kind of believable. It is cliche. I'm not gonna say it's not cliche because it's kind of very cliche, but I have a thing for cliche things, like it's a guilty pleasure of mine. At first I thought the love between Zahra and Aladdin were a little bit like insta love, but then I realized it's not actually insta love because the first time we see these characters interact, they do find each other attractive, but I think that's normal because I think as human beings, I think it's normal for us to be attracted to the physic form of someone. Like if you see someone hot, of course you can say wow she's hot or wow he's hot, but that doesn't mean you like them instantly. And I feel like in this book it's exactly like that because I don't feel like they instantly love each other. Just like maybe like after like the 100 pages or 150 pages they start to like develop a romance there. Now on to the bad thing that I did not like about this book. I'm not gonna say much about the English version because I am not reading Jessica Khoury's writing. I'm reading an Indonesian translated novel which is Mustika's writing, and I'm just gonna judge that from Penerbit Spring's publishing. What I did not like about this book, I feel like some of the jokes don't make sense. Because sometimes when they're speaking, am confused, like, wait, what do you mean? And then when I try to think of it in English, it makes sense. Like, oh, I see what you mean. So if you're asking me which page, I don't know, because I don't memorize the whole page. I just read the book. Honestly, that's it. I really did enjoy the book. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. It's so good, so recommended. If you want to read the English version, go ahead. I recommend you to do it. If you want to read the Indonesian version, and if you're Indonesian, pick up the book. It's really good. It's really good. If you like romance and badass fantasy books, this is such a great book for you to read, because I really like it. And if you like Aladdin retelling, fantastic book to read. But yeah, that's all from my non-spoiler review for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do recommend you to read this book. And huge shout out and thank you to Winter Spring for sending me a copy for a review. And stay tuned for my interview with Jessica Khoury next week, supposedly, or like maybe the next 4 days. I don't know, depend on how fast I can edit the video. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow all of my social medias down below in the description below, and check out my main channel, TheDailyDanny, where I post random ass videos, and I hope you enjoyed them too. And please give a like on my recent one, because like no one liked that one. But yeah, I'll see you next time on my next video. Bye bye.